the thunder and the stormy zone,
and seek the sunshine and the shade alone, the homely plot and endless childhood days.
Buongiorno. Hey, it's quiet up here, isn't it? Where's all the noise? And the smell? It smells, well, fresher. A bit fresher up here. And it's grand. I don't come this way often. It looks brand new. Picture perfect. Have you been having work done? Yeah. Up here, it's not like down there. Your town, my town. There are people everywhere. Noise like you wouldn't believe. I like the noise. It means that everything is as it should be. If it was as quiet as this down there, you'd know that there was something up. I live on the street of all nations. Everyone but the Eskimos live around me. In my rooms and all around me, there are neighbours from Portugal, Malta, Lascars, Greeks. I even met an escaped slave once from the Americas. Don't get me wrong, it's tough. We go hungry, and the fever and the coughing come to us. But I love it. I don't need to get on a ship to learn about the world. It's all on my doorstep. Right. I'm looking for my friend. Charlotte, have you seen her? She has a room in my house. She's a fish seller too, like me. I've been looking for her down there. I've been bound on all of her usual places. Seven Dials, the Crown Inn, the Newcastle Arms, the Globe Inn, the Old Red Light. She's not a drinker, no, don't be thinking that. She recites, she does recitations. She tells stories. The last she was seen was last night in that new pub, the Golden Fleece. This Block is his name, Joseph Block. He was in the Golden Fleece last night, telling his usual tale about the siege, how his battalion slayed over 100 men, how his major's life was in peril, how he saved his life with a sword and a pistol, how they were like brothers in arms, and now he owes him his life and is indebted to him.
My story boring you, son.
This story is told in a different way where I'm from. It is of brutal British soldiers in the north, willing to turn on each other for their own slice of glory. It is death and destruction, separation and loss. There are no heroes in this story when it is told in my town.
He wasn't the only one thinking that, by all accounts. Block hadn't read the crowd, or maybe he had. He was the cruel sort. The tension was rising, it was thick in the air. And that's when our Charlotte barged in.
Right then, who is ready for the tale of 50-50 from the mouth of yours truly?
She's been telling It's a way to earn a bit extra after a day selling fish. And Lord knows she needs the money. It's a great tale, and she tells it well. The sailors love it. Do you know the one? It's about the lone traveller that comes home to Lowtown on Christmas Eve looking for a room. He's got a bag of gold coins and he pays with one.
Now, the landlord and the lady had already clocked the bag of gold with their eager, eyes, smiled like the gracious hosts they were, and showed him to his room. The weary traveller was tired from his voyage. He'd been away 2 decades, but North Shields was his final destination. Tonight, he would sleep the sleep of kings, and in the morning, on Christmas Day, he would reunite with his family and change their lives forever. Our landlord and lady were the opportunistic type, so when the traveller dreamt his dreams of home, they crept up the stairs with a candle to light their way.
Charlotte had the crowd eaten out of her hand. And it was said that this bloke didn't like folk telling better stories than him. He wasn't best pleased.
Am I keeping you from your bed, old man?
We've heard this story twice this week.
It's a great story, you carry on.
They creep into the room where you laid peacefully sleeping. Standing over him, he holds the candle out to his face, and they stare for a moment as weary the added face. And then he
Pulls out a knife and slits his throat.
I'll slit your throat in a minute.
Then, apparently, it got ugly. He interrupted her. She insulted him. He insulted her storytelling. Charlotte kept telling her story. Well, she's like that, you know. The punters were loving it. Oh, they were enjoying the heckling. Some said it added to the experience. They were like a double act. Yeah, Charlotte, she'll never stop. She's like that. She keeps going. She needs the money. She's got 2 younger brothers and her sister's bairns at home to feed. He kept interrupting her for no reason. He doesn't need coins for his story. He's sitting pretty in a room in Northumberland Square with a rich major paying his way. She lost her mum and her dad and her auntie to cholera. Anyway, she's getting to the bit where the traveller's blood is dripping through the ceiling. And he interrupted her again. She lost it. Then she said something he did not like.
Why don't you go and polish your master's boots?
Now, he didn't like that at all. He threw his pint over her and 5 other blokes. Oh, then they kicked off, punches went flying. Glasses were thrown. It was said that some of the sailors were glad of an excuse to give him a few right hooks. Oh, it was a brawl to behold. Bodies, legs, arms, everywhere. That was the last anyone saw of Charlotte last night in that pub. She must have snuck out during the brawl. The band said they heard her come in late last night and leave early. It's very odd for her. She didn't turn up at the quay this morning to pick up a fish, which is very, very odd for her. I mean, I've been looking all down your town, heard what's gone on, but I want to see her, which is why I'm up here. The quiet here unnerves me. The fires are on. Upstairs is quiet. All right for some sleeping at this time in the morning. The downstairs lots are busy. It doesn't make sense.
sleep so little, but in every dream I see Willebroek, home. The warm light, the colors, the dusty, rocky roads, elephants wander past. People here don't believe me when I tell them that. I miss it most in the early hours. At home, the mosques and temples would sing their morning call to prayer. The spiritual sound would call out for everyone to hear. But here, the Wesleyans, the Quakers, and the Baptists, they all just stay silent and still in the cold morning air. My father wanted his sons to see the world, to bring home riches. He was press-ganged into the British Navy with his brother. They were separated. They were dragged and beaten onto a ship. And they did not see each other for 20 years or more. I don't want to wait 20 years to see my family again. The sea has been kind to me. Oh yes. It has shown me new worlds. Harsh worlds. I have met so many people and I see what makes the world turn, what shapes and drives people. From power and greed to love and faith, pain and loss. I want to gather enough to return home for good. I can't go home empty-handed. No. My laboring job starts in an hour. One more hour of peace.
Good morning.
Yes.
This family do good work. The master of the house was in the workhouse on Christmas Day, by all accounts. They want to do away with slavery, which can only be a good thing. He's a banker. He lives with his two sisters.
There is no honey for the tea or toast this morning, I'm afraid.
Butter will suffice, sister. You really ought to be sweet enough by now, my dear.
Surely, yes, little sweetness in our tea won't do us no harm.
Until the slaves are freed from the plantations, there'll be no sugar in this house. Mrs. Blythe is coming to the high tea tomorrow.
Oh, dear Miss Marianne. She's so different without her around the house.
Yes, but more importantly, she's free to lead her own life to the full.
And to share tea with us tomorrow afternoon.
Apparently, we've made contact with escaped slaves in the Americas, and a line of communication and solidarity has opened up. We are increasing our efforts to collect funds to support them.
Don't forget the almhouse, sister. Remember, the roof needs repairing on the schoolhouse before winter, and we need coals for the fires in November.
Oh, the boys' baths seem to be doing very well. They'll be open shortly.
Almshouses, sister. I can't teach in a school without a roof in the winter.
Yes, indeed. It's so important for morale and hygiene, don't you think, that the boys can swim and bathe. You really should encourage your pupils to attend every week. Interesting tea, Leader.
Yes, nettle and mint. I do miss coffee.
Not until slavery is abolished.
This grand house is the Major's. War hero and businessman. There's not a ship that comes into the port without him having shares in it. It's where that bloke lives as a servant. Oh, as his first-hand man, as he'd have us believe.
Can it be? No. No! That 50-50, lass, she took it. She started to fight so that she could take it. I could have bloody heed off.
Dear God. Or if she shows it to anyone. Or if she tries to sell it. If it comes back to me, I'm done for. I'll be out of here. The Major will never have me back. Not like all the times I've had his. I've served his bait, polished his medals. Aye, medals he won. On the back of my dirty walk.
Where could you be? Do you think any of these folk would have any idea where she might be? Anyone? If you could ask anyone, who would it be? Who you think might have an idea where Charlotte is? Come on, help me. What do you think? What do you think?
The sailor.
The sailor! Right. Okay, so we've got the sailor. We can ask the sailor. Anybody else? You think the sailor? Who said block? Block. I think I agree with you. Anyone else? Who do you think? The sisters? Who do you think? Yeah. You don't know? Tell you what! Why don't you point that you think might know the most? Go on. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Let's see. Joseph Block.
She was in the middle of that brawl. She started it. She picked the puppet. I don't know where she is, but when I find her, she'll wish she hadn't been born.
Right. Do you believe him? I'll see.
I think I saw a lone woman walking in the alleys of Northumberland instead of walking in the morning. I can't be sure, but it was pretty dark. It might have been the same girl who was telling the stories last night. But I hope you find her safe and well.
Thank you. The sisters.
Oh, well, we slept soundly last night. There was a drunken reveller in the early house.
I have no knowledge or have ever seen the girl you speak of, but I am aware of the difficulties of bringing up many children in squalid conditions.
Yes, indeed, we do meet children and women very much like that every day at the almshouse.
What do you reckon? She was seen this morning, which means she was safe and well not that long ago. Why? Why didn't she turn up for work and leave the bed sleeping? It doesn't make any sense. She is a good, sensible lass. Oh, I don't know, it makes no sense at all. Psst. Dolly. Charlotte! Glad to see you. Your cooler is empty. Where have you been? The bairns were worried.
The dog is after us. I'm in big trouble.
What dog?
50-50. I can feel it breathing down my neck. I don't know what to do, where to go. I can't stay here, but I can't leave the fence either.
Calm down, calm down. Tell us, tell us.
I saw something.
That's not like you.
I shouldn't have. I've never, ever stolen before. Ever. To believe us. Found people lost me. I'll be lost from them. What happened to the bands?
What is it? Does it have anything to do with that Joe Block?
He was giving us hell last night in the Golden Fleece. The rent is due, and I needed to tell just one more story, and I would have made it.
Go on.
And then a fight broke out, and it was just laying there. The watch. He'd been showing it off all night. Like he needed to know the time every 5 minutes. He'd been so mean, so I just picked it up and ran. More to get back at him for being such a...
Neckend. Where is it now?
I've hidden it in the crack in the wall on the dark stairs.
Are you doing? Go on there on
I
your
was
own.
hiding and in. He mustn't see me. He's trouble. He'll be so
Angry. He'd slit your throat if you didn't like his singing. What's he going to do to someone who steals his precious watch?
What if he tells the police it's me? What if he comes after me? I don't know what I was thinking. And then the dog. I can hear it following me.
Oh, Charlotte, sweet pea. Oh, I forget you're just a bairn yourself. 50-50 is the dog and the tales that she's been telling round the pubs. You see, the landlord and the landlady had a son that they sent to sea many moons ago. Little did they know that this lone, bearded traveller was that very same son. He wanted to surprise them on Christmas morning with news that he was safe home and gave them unimaginable wealth. The legend goes that his spirit transformed into this huge, terrifying dog that haunts those who have terrible thoughts to this day now. It's just a story. 55 is not real. Oh, look. I won't let anything happen to you in the bairns. On the memory of your mum and dad, we will sort this out. Now, go and get the watch, bring it to me, and make sure the bairns are safe. I need a plan. He's got to get that watch back without him knowing it was Charlotte that stole it. Wait, I can't give it back and think I stole it. And he can't give it back. Oh, think of all the trouble if he got labelled a thief. He'd lose his job labouring. I've got it. These lot have compassion for the poor.
Yes?
I found this on your doorstep.
Eleanor, come and see this.
Good morning. Sorry to bother you.
Go on.
Well, this was glinting outside your door when I was walking past.
Oh, that's a very nice watch. Indeed. It doesn't belong to us.
Does it not?
No. Might you have an idea to whom it may belong?
Well, there was talk of a man in the Golden Fleece last night. A man who was displaying a very fine watch. A man the worse for wear, if you get my meaning. Very worse for wear. I believe he resides in this square somewhere.
Go on.
A Mr. Block.
The Major's man. He lives in the house next door. You could take it there.
Oh, I couldn't. A woman like me. There'd be suspicions, accusations.
I see. Would you like us to return it?
Oh, yes, please, if you don't mind.
No trouble at all.
Thank you.
We'll send a note this afternoon.
I might just get some fish sold. But not until we see that Block face these two teetotalers.
I have, ma'am.
Can you give me any identifying features?
Silver pocket watch with a chain, with some inscriptions.
Yes, inscriptions indeed. But for whom?
A major, a family crest.
Yes, but not your major, our neighbour.
No, ma'am, another very brave major from the Gorka Wars, ma'am.
A major, it seems, who is now deceased, who is no longer with us, who died in battle.
Aye, that he did, ma'am.
It is interesting, curious even, as to why you had a dead man's watch in your possession in the first place. Even more interesting as to why you were wandering the streets and around the low town. I believe you must not have been in control of your faculties to have lost such a precious possession. Why were you wandering around in the evening, I wonder? Visiting public houses? In the low town? It isn't really becoming of a man of your position now, is it?
No, ma'am, no.
What would your master, our neighbour, think if he knew his right-hand man were prowling the streets, losing intriguing items, and succumbing to the evils of drink? What have you to say for yourself?
Say, ma'am. Why? What, 1815 it was, after a difficult battle in which I fought and saved the lives of many men, my master included, that which was given to me in gratitude.
We find it very hard to believe that a major from an entirely different battalion would gift you a present of his valuable family heirloom to his counterpart's batman, don't you?
Please, ma'am, sorry, please, don't tell the major.
We have been requesting an audience with your master for some time now.
Yes, indeed, sister.
Our brother is requesting benefactors for the almshouse. It is an opportunity for your master to give to a worthy cause, to give back to the people. We will be expecting him at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Is that clear?
Aye.
You may reclaim your property, this tainted glory, once our meeting has been completed. You may go now, Mr. Block.
Well. That put him in his place. Joe Block. Not so heroic now, is he? I wonder what sinister goings on happened during that battle. Another story for another day. I might have to come back over here and find out a bit more. Oh, well, I hope they get their funds for their almshouse. This fancy square holds its own stories, doesn't it? There are stories everywhere. Well, that's all for today. This fish won't sell itself. Charlotte! I'm Dolly, by the way. You probably see me outside pubs in the square. Might even catch me in the library these days.